Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, pimps and players, everybody between, it's your boy. One Debo vibes, right? Give me 1 second, right quick, man. Hold up. It's your boy, right quick. Debo vibes in the building, along with Debo Life, and thank y'all so much for coming to the premiere episode of
Yeah, yeah.
Debo Vibes and Debo Life 90s Ride, man. Now, before I do anything, man, I know a lot of y'all have never seen me and my twin brother together. Y'all in luck today because, like I said, man, I got my twin brother with me. Man, we all about the 90s, man, and everything. So before I can tell you, man, introduce the world to yourself, man. What's going on with you, dog?
Hey, y'all right, man. I know fucked up already. All right, there we go. There
It's
we
all
go.
good, man. It's all the
Here
G.
we go. I'm twin number two, known as Debo Life. Debo, of course. My last name Debo.
Yes, sir.
Life, because I enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? This is special. You know what I'm saying? We ain't collabed in a minute. You know what I mean? So this is
It's
a
been a
big
minute since we
stuff out,
collab,
man.
bro. For sure, for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We always be chopping about the 90s like all the time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to, chop it up and everything, and what's so cool about this is, my girl told me this a while ago. It's like she said that what's so cool about the 90s is ain't no video, ain't no camera phones, ain't no social media. We just telling stories, you know what I'm saying? And then she said ain't no evidence either, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. Ain't no evidence. You know what I mean? So it's
For
all too
real.
good. You know what I'm saying?
For
It's
real,
all too
man.
good.
For real, man. So
90s
again,
style, man. The 90s are like the
nice,
greatest
man. The
decade ever. You know
best
what I mean?
decade ever, man. Ever,
It was
ever,
dope. It was
ever.
dope like that. It was dope. The music, the sitcoms, the stories, storylines, everything from Bill Clinton to the Bulls, to OJ, to the music, to all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely going down. And yeah, man. So I'm ready to talk about it, ready to chop it up. You know what I'm saying? This is your show. You you
It's
you you
our
Michael
show, man. Hey, it's
you
Debo
you
vibes and
you
Debo life, man. Come on now.
you Michael Jordan. I'm just Scottie Pippen. I'm just riding your
Oh, okay.
coattails. You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
So
Man,
I'm
we
so I'm
we
going
gonna
down
do it
court.
like
You know what I'm
that.
saying? I'm doing that court.
Yeah. You will. I'm Carlton. You know what I'm saying? That's how we doing this. You
Oh
know what I'm
damn,
saying?
he said Will and Carlton, boy.
You the
Boy,
big
you about to
dog. I'm
hey, if that's cause you about
yeah.
to get clowned on. If I'm Will, you Carlton, boy, you about to clowned on, man. Scott,
Hey man, and Big Carlton, man. Let me tell you something. Carlton had hoes too, you know. So, can I say that?
you can say that. You can say hoes, man.
All right.
It's okay.
I don't want to get canceled. That's the thing about
Nah.
nowadays. You know what I'm saying? In 2025, you get canceled for saying stuff, but back in the 90s, you can say whatever the hell you want. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we
Hey,
rolling.
hey, what, but like, when, hey, it was authentic, man. It was authentic, bro. But like I said, man, the purpose of the show is to introduce y'all to our world. When I say our world, me and this nigga in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, growing up in East Las Vegas, Nevada, we had a humble home, you know what I'm talking about, but it was special. The main thing made it special was the culture of the 90s, man. So we ain't gonna take much of y'all time, man. We're just gonna, jump into it. But before I do anything, y'all, I couldn't celebrate the 90s, man, without my homeboy, man. If y'all don't know, I'll be doing a show with this very special guest. And I said, man, can you please come on, me and my brother, to talk about the 90s ever so quickly? And he was like, Debo, I'll do it, man. So I had to
Mm,
do the initial
that's what's up.
episode,
That's
man,
what's up.
with the one and only homie. Bring on to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the one, the only businessman in YouTube from For My ATL Sports One. That's right, y'all heard it. T Will in the building, man. What's going on, T Will?
What's up? What's
T
up?
Weezy,
I'm
what's
with
up? What's up?
I'm
What's up?
I'm hey man, I'm with the Debo twins. What's up,
For
man?
Oh, you
sure.
already know.
Hey, hey, I know right now ain't nobody gonna mess with us. I got two Debos. We good. I'm
That's
with
Hey,
right.
man.
the
That's
Debo
right.
twins.
Hey, man. Hey, everybody, hey, you ain't, hey, T Will, with us around, you ain't gonna worry about tucking your chain in. We got you, man. You know what I'm saying? We got you, man. We got you.
Debo.
For
Hey
sure.
man, what's going on, man? Hey man, I'm excited. I'm happy to be here.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for having me, man. And hey, it is your shirt, your show, sir. So hey, go ahead, sir. It's
For
on you.
sure. For sure. For sure. Now, say in advance, my brother, he's up in Boston. He's in the Boston area. It gets a little darker there much more earlier. You know what I'm saying? So
It's getting dark right
if
now.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So if all of a sudden he starts getting real, like if you all of a sudden start seeing like a silhouette of him, he's not in hiding. He ain't got no warrant. It's just that the sun's setting, you know, where he at. Whereas down here in Atlanta, you know, the sun's still out right now. You know, well,
Right.
it
Right,
rained just a
right.
quick second ago, you know what I'm talking about. So, you know, it's all good, man. But let's get into the proceedings, gentlemen. Let's talk about the 90s, man. More
All right.
specifically, I want to talk about
Before, can
90s.
can I ask a question?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, man. Shoot. Yeah, it's
All
our
right,
show,
all
man.
right,
Yeah.
all right. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask to you, Will. If you can, and I'll get my answer last. Like, what was like that moment where you were introduced to the '90s? What was it? That just don't say a lot. Just that one moment that said, okay, you know what? It's the '90s. The
Mm.
'80s was cool, but this is dope right here. Like, what's the one moment you were introduced to the '90s?
T, I defer to you for that question right quick.
Yeah, deferring to me, huh? Wow. That's a good question,
Did
man.
it
I can tell
something?
you mine. Well, me personally, I can tell you what mine's was, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mine's was we had a song come out particularly on the West Coast, and it was all in the same gang. And I don't know if it gravitated all over the place, man. But my All in the Same Gang came out, what was pretty much an anti gang
Yeah.
rap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
It
saying?
was like the
Yeah.
West Coast version of self destruction.
Of
Just
self
basically, yeah, it's
destruction,
that perfect example. Perfect
KRS
example.
One and all of them. Yeah, I
Right,
get it.
right. So the
Yeah.
way we did it, man, we had NWA, Public Enemy. I'm gonna start NWA, Digital Underground, Michelle A singing the hook,
Mm-hmm.
Salt and Pepper was on it. And basically the thing about back in the day was, man, that gang violence was something serious, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Especially with the Bloods and Crips, etc., bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it was deep. It was deep, man. So when that came out, and culturally speaking, man, like we had this culture and the vibe and everybody, you know what I'm saying, sporting the colors and everything. Um, I was like, yo, the 90s got a vibe to it all of a sudden. This
Yeah.
wasn't
Right.
going on in now mine now the 80s, what's doing its thing.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
I
How you
will
feeling?
say, I will say that
What's
oh
up,
damn, we got what we got another special guest? What's
bro?
going on?
All right, man.
We got
What
another
we
special
got, bro?
guest?
Yeah, all right, bro. Hey, you see that right there, man?
Oh damn.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. Folk, I'm like a politician. You know what I'm saying? Cats just come and start showing me love. I shake hands, kiss babies, all kind of
Kids
stuff.
shaking his babies. You should
Yeah,
ask
you
him.
know
You
what
should
I'm saying?
ask him his favorite 1990 song, bro. Like, man,
No, I
come
don't
on.
ask that
You
shit.
got to
You
use your
sit there.
resources,
No,
fool.
no, no.
He
Fuck that shit.
said
You be
he
sitting there for the
wasn't
next
good.
2 hours,
All
man.
right. No, man. The 80s laid the foundation for the 90s, though. And
Mm-hmm.
the main thing I did, well, I remember the outro of the 80s was Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That led into the 90s where she was still doing her thing. And the 90s, man, like, I think the main 90s vibe that came across was when MC Hammer came with You Can't Touch This. And I
Mm.
was like, yo, the 90s doing this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, man, those two moments, all in the same game, and MC Hammer, You Can't Touch This, and overall vibe, that's probably what did it for me right there, bro.
For me, when I think of the '90s, it was not the release of 1991's New Jack City. I had never
Oh
seen a movie
man.
like that before, and it blew my mind. I must have seen that movie that year alone at least 20 times.
That's what's
Like
up. That's what's up.
it was, first off, the movie, Wesley Snipes, all-star cast, and it was just phenomenal. And then you had the soundtrack, right? And
Right.
uh Ice T's, what was it, New Jack Hustler. I think Levert was on it, Queen Latifah was on it. Just a great movie, man. That for me is like, because for me 1990 sucked. I don't remember why, I just remember it sucked, but 91 was such a better year. So for me it was 91. I think Summertime came out 1991
Absolutely.
along with Good
Drop,
Day, right?
please.
Right. Because Debo and I go back about who won, who had the better day, Ice Cube or Will in Summertime. And Debo always says it was Ice Cube because
No, man.
I
It
can't
was
really
Will,
say.
man.
That's what
It's
I'm talking
Will.
about.
You
That's
roll
what
through,
I'm talking
man.
about
Hey,
right
How?
man. You
there.
just roll through
How?
That's what
Philly
I'm
all
talking
day,
about.
man. Just feeling good. Ain't no violence going on. Ain't no talking about, you know what I'm saying, guns and like that. You just having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Think about, all right, now
Thank
say,
you.
today I didn't even have to use my AK. Come on, man. We talking about some AK
Here's the deal.
nowadays,
All right,
man.
okay. All right. Let me ask you a question. You named three things Will Smith did in that song. that were significant. Just three
Bro,
significant things he did. Other than
no, no,
other
no.
than go, other than getting the first lineup and going to a barbecue and then going home.
But it's
He
just he
got
had
in
bro. It's the
a convertible,
vibe.
didn't he? Didn't he have a convertible?
Yeah, bro,
Got in a
man. You rode through
convertible.
Philly, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Beat
just
That's it.
I,
you ain't okay. First of all, hold on one second, Chief. Well, hold on one second. Hold on one second. We about to get into the debate already. So
oh
think
wow.
about that, man. He just wrote. Why he got named three things he did? He's just enjoying life.
Right.
That's what the '90s was all about. Enjoying life. Fresh from the barbershop, fly from the beauty salon. You know what I'm saying, man? Don't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying, man? Old folks relaxing, chill in the car. They spend all day waxing. Lean
Hey.
to the spot, but you can't speed through 2 miles an hour so everybody
So
see you.
everybody.
Okay.
Come on,
Yeah,
that's
that's all
just
cute and
vibes
everything.
right
That's
there,
all
Right.
man.
cute. So
Right.
that
Right.
made it okay. All right.
Right.
Let me
Right.
tell you what Cube did. One, he woke up. Let me all right. When he woke up, hey, his mom made breakfast, no pork. That's
Uh,
one. You know what I'm saying? He won a dice, shaking him. He won a dice game. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he won a domino game, slammed the dominoes down. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Hey, did Will Smith do a triple double in summertime? He went in the park, got shot a triple double like MJ, freaking him. All right, that's four right there. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? That right there.
Again,
The police roll right past him, didn't arrest him. That's five. The police roll right past him. All right.
that's
No,
what
no,
I'm
no, no, no,
saying.
no.
Why?
Let me. I gave you your time. Give me my time, please. All right. All right. That's five right there. All right. And finally. Oh, here's another question for you. Here's another question for you. Did Will Smith get some in summertime?
I don't. He could have.
He didn't.
I don't.
It's not
We
documented.
don't know
He didn't
that.
get enough.
We don't know that.
Ice Cube finally hit Kim. He
We
was
don't.
trying Dixon in 12th grade. All right. All right. That's six right there. And he got Fat Burger.
He did get a fat
He
burger.
got Fat Burger. They stay open for him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and then he looked up in the Compton sky. He looked up in the Compton skies
Mm.
and he saw the Goodyear blimp and it read
Okay.
Ice Cube's a
All
pimp.
right.
And on top of that, the Lakers beat the Supersonics.
I remember
Okay.
that.
All right. I
I
remember
remember
that
that.
too. I remember that too. Listen. We're gonna shut this down right now because I ain't even answered the question about my favorite moment of the night. But we're gonna get to that. But just to shut this conversation down right now, considering today was a good day in summertime.
Right. Okay.
34 years later, people are still bumping summertime every summer. That's
And I
all you hear in
addressed
the
that.
streets.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
all you hear
All
in the
right.
streets.
Okay.
Legendary. Summertime, legend. Summertime today was a good day. Don't even come close. It don't even come close. I mean, you can go ahead and think that. That's fine. That's your opinion.
The
Not
only
even
That's because it's the
close.
90s, man.
Not even close.
okay.
And you
You
know
all
what?
right? You and T Will are saying the same
I
thing. Y'all
said the
just
same thing.
he said the same thing. He said does Ice Cube have a song named after him for a fall holiday? I
Thank
said
you.
no.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Hey.
Exactly.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
There you
Oh
go. But
man.
anyway, let me let me.
I ain't
All
gonna
right.
hear
Let
the end.
me. I
Hey,
gotta answer. Okay.
before we continue,
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna no. I'm gonna let you know I ain't gonna hear the end of this shit.
that's what's up. Oh,
Go
T.
ahead.
Well, his
I
first
wish I
introduction
was
was.
streaming this to my channel, man. Oh my
I'm
god.
not gonna hear the end
I'm
of this.
sorry, Debo Life. Go ahead, man. Go
T.
ahead.
Well,
I'm
you got
sorry.
this. Okay. So for me personally, my first introduction to the '90s, and I knew the '90s was gonna be dope as fuck, yo,
Right.
was this right here. Yeah, turn the alarm off. You know what I'm saying, man? Turn the alarm off. But anyway,
No, well, for T was a very busy man, man.
I ain't
T,
mad. I
I'm
ain't
talking
mad.
about
I
all
ain't mad.
kind. You gonna hear all kind of bells and whistles. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. For me, when I knew the '90s was going to be the best decade ever, was when '90 was just born, and all of a sudden you get this. That girl is poison,
Yeah.
poison. Oh, do me, baby. Come
BBD.
on,
Okay.
man. That was my
Okay.
introduction to the '90s right there, man. Bell
Yep.
Biv DeVoe.
Yeah.
And I ain't
All
saying
right.
that
When
because I listen to the
BBD came
Fonzie,
through,
man.
hey, you know what I'm saying? BBD came through. You know what I'm saying?
They came
Michael
through,
Bivins
man.
is
That's
like
when I knew the
Michael Bivins.
'90s was going to be
They
joint.
he like our hip hop is mental. I'm like okay, man. All right. They did
Man,
okay.
to this day, and listen, y'all, to this day, I take my son to Michael Bivins basketball court in Roxbury. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's like, that's
He got a
Bell
basketball
Biv
court named
DeVoe
after him.
and all that. You know what I'm saying,
He
man?
got a
But that's
basketball
my
court named after him.
introduction tonight. Yeah, Michael Bivins court. It's in Roxbury. Yeah, they sure
Is he
do.
a
Uh,
hooper? I didn't know he could hoop.
Hey, I mean, you know,
You
you
didn't
got
see him in
perfect sense.
Poison. Hey, T, well, you see him in Poison when he's on top of the basketball hoop, just sitting there rapping with a Syracuse jersey. Yo,
Yeah,
slick blow.
Now you know.
yeah.
Wow.
That's '90s
Okay.
right there, y'all.
Hey,
That,
man.
yeah,
Here's another thing about here's the thing about hip hop in the '90s, man. Start early on, and Chuck D, a Public Enemy, said it. Hip hop in the early '90s, man, was like our CNN. We got the news from the songs that we heard.
Hmm.
All right, because
mhm,
back in the day, we didn't see really what's going on in different areas of the country concerning the culture. So you know what I'm saying, you had motherfuckers rapping about and stuff like that. And on top of that, you had these fly shows, man. Like think about Rap City. You know what I'm saying, with Joe Clear. You think about Yo MTV Raps. You know what I'm saying, with Fat Five Freddy. And they are, you know what I'm saying, rappers coming on like that. So it's mad cultural, man. So it was that the '90s to me had a culture that will never be seen again. A lot of people debate that and say, well, the '80s was fly too, but
Yeah.
the '90s, I think, was like that was a decade right there where people wanted to show the whole world about who they were culturally and
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I think hip hop was more diverse back then.
Hmm.
Uh, for example, 90s you had NWA, but you also had a lot of conscious rappers too. You had the Native Tongue Posse, which is Tribe Called Quest, the Jungle
Hmm.
Brothers, De La Soul, and Queen Latifah and Moni Love.
Oh,
You had X
Money
Clan.
Love. It's a shame.
You
Money
had,
Love.
you had X Clan. This is protected by the red, black, and green with the key. You just had so many. Obviously, you had Chuck D.
Poor
Um,
righteous
you,
teachers.
you right, you PRT.
Just
What
saying.
you know about PR?
This is a
Okay,
'90s show. T. Will what you think I know about them, bro?
I see you. I see you. You had my man K Solo. I don't want to call him a one hit wonder, but I don't think he had a better hit than Your Mother's in Our Business. Oh, I love that song.
Hmm.
Um, and then you had your Easy E's, you had your Snoops, you had your Suge Knights, your Dre's, your Biggies in the later years, but it was such it wasn't just all fame, glitz and glory, and it wasn't all blood and guts, and it wasn't all conscious. It was kind of like this hodgepodge of just of rap. Hell, even Will Smith, right? You
Right.
had Kid and Play, who were considered what, wholesome, right? Because they
Corny, yeah, they were considered corny or like
yeah, well,
borderline wholesome corny, but
hey,
I rocked with them.
I love me some Kid and Play. Getting funky,
Right.
shoot.
I
Ain't
ain't
gonna
Let it
hurt
never heard
ride.
anyone call.
nobody.
Hold on, whoa, whoa, whoa. I ain't never heard anyone call Kid Play corny. All right, that's
I've
new.
heard plenty of motherfuckers
Whoa.
call, but I
I've heard it. I've heard it.
I
I've,
never
I,
heard
I
that.
went to a concert with Kid and Play and Naughty by Nature and somebody else, and not me, but the crowd booed Kid and Play when they went out there, right? But the reason groups like NWA and Naughty by Nature toured with them is because Kid and Play got them in the door, right? Because
Okay.
they were known for being wholesome. Ice Cube and NWA, they're gonna say some words, and
for sure.
back then in the late '80s and early '90s, you couldn't say certain things; they would arrest you. And
Yeah.
so Kid and Play would get them in the door, right?
Let's go live. Let's go to the request line right quick. Tripping with Dre and Michelle. Okay, before I say anything, this is my brother for another mother. Tripping with Dre and Michelle. He's one of the dudes I did a sports show with called it was a homie show called the Man Cave, man. This when I tell you this is my dude, man. Hey man, Dre, thank you for coming through. Man, real talk, man. Love you, boy. Yes, people call Ken and play corny,
They
bro.
did. Shout out to Dre. They did. I remember. Now I didn't.
I didn't
But
know. I didn't either, bro. I didn't.
first
God, man,
off,
I was rocking with Ken and play.
well, another '90s moment was House Party. So I'm a big movie dude, right?
Yeah.
But again, and I think House Party came out in what, '90? I think it was
Yeah, the
90.
first one, 90. I think
Yeah,
it's
the
90.
first one, yeah, 90. Yeah, yeah.
It came out in '90. Bro, I must have saw that movie because I worked in the mall then, right? So we had a movie theater there. So I must have seen New Jack City 20, 30 times. I know I saw House Party a good 40. Like that was that that movie was magical. So off the hype of that, and then all the songs, like, hey man, I was loving me some Kid and Play.
That's
Right.
what's up.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah, man. So here's the deal. I came up with my personal top five moments of 90s hip hop.
okay,
I did it very selectively, and it could be very well scrutinized.
okay.
Very well scrutinized. But these are my top five moments right here. And
Okay.
that, afterwards we just talk about chop it up. But the thing about it is the reason I picked these moments right here because I think it shifted the culture of hip
Mm-hmm.
hop.
Mm-hmm.
Now, somebody can be impartial about it. They're like, no, that's not, no. Hey, what are you talking about? No, these are just my personal moments right here. And here's the deal. Here's a great thing about the 90s right here. Blackberry Molasses, I don't think Kid and Play was corny at all. They were actually trendsetters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again,
Yeah,
I'm cool. I rock with Kid and Play. I was cool with them.
me
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
But
But
I did hear it. I'm
right,
with you.
right,
I
exactly.
heard it.
Bro. I heard it too.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't fucking with corny ass niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, it is what it is, dog. But they were trendsetters. And you name me another hip hop trilogy. That was hip hop trilogy that was better than House Party. I'm not counting 4 or 5. Did y'all know they made a House Party 4 and 5?
Yeah, I
I
think
knew
it was just
about
like
4. I didn't know about
went straight
5.
to
But
video or
either
something
way,
like
It
that.
went
didn't.
straight, yeah, dog. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
So
that shit
I
went straight
stopped it
direct
at
to
I
video.
stopped it at 3.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Me
But
too.
again, y'all, this is just my personal list right here. Let's dive into it. Let's talk about it. But again, the great thing about the decade of 90s, the list I'm saying is me. But anybody who knows the 90s, knows 90s hip hop, they have their love for the culture.
I
The
do.
list I'm about to say right now may not be nothing. But the great thing about it is the 90s was so impactful that your personal list or anybody's other personal list is there's no wrong answer because
Mm-hmm.
the 90s was that you can't pinpoint 5 moments. These are just mine, but the 90s were so impactful. You know what I'm saying? But again, this is me right here. So number 5, I'm gonna go from 5 to number 1. Okay, my number 5 a hip hop moment in the 1990s was the release of Dr. Dre's A Chronic.
Okay.
Okay. The reason I say that, Dre introduced the world of Snoop in deep cover. All right. 187 on the. All right. As he was doing that, he's making, as he called it, he said, I want to make the atomic bomb. And that's what a chronic was. He said, I'm going to get in the studio, do my thing, bring Snoop's homies in here with me, and we're going to do it. Every single song on the chronic was just damn, damn. And the way Dre did it was just make it non-stop funky. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing I liked about it. He brought in sounds from the 70s. He brought the Parliament sounds in, the Funkadelic sounds in. You know what I'm saying? So, and of course, man, you know what I'm saying? It was a production masterpiece pretty much, dog. And the main thing about the Chronic, we all know about Nothing But a G Thing. All right. Nothing But a G Thing, bruh. Well, the
For me, it was
source
Let Me
called
Ride. That's my joint.
the
Let Me Ride, bro.
right. The source called Number G Thing the best hit of 1990s. There's no way I can debate that at all. And it was. You turn on Number G Thing right now, and everybody stop what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? But the others, like you said, Let Me Ride, Dre Day, the diss track on Easy, which by the way, I'm tell y'all something, man. When Snoop and Dre made Dre Day, dissing Easy, and Easy came back
He shut
with
it
real
down.
motherfucking G's.
He shut it
He
down.
he shut it down.
Shut it down.
In my opinion. In my opinion. 'Cause Easy was quiet. You know what I'm saying? Until they did Dre Day. And then no, hey, he shut it down.
Yeah.
He shut it
That
down right
was
there.
like the nice version, not like us.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, bro. So on top of that, man, thing about the Chronic is it was a prelude to another banger that was one of the iconic 90s CDs. And if I say CD, I'm just showing we're all showing our age. Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style.
Yep.
Dr. Dre's The Crime was a prelude to Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style.
With so much drama in the
LBC.
The
It's
So
greatest
time.
you
debut,
look at the
hey, in my
production
opinion, the
that was made.
greatest debut album of all time. The greatest debut album of all time, in my opinion.
I,
Uh, that's a see. Hold up, that's a bold statement, man.
well,
No, that
I
was
mean,
the greatest debut
it's
album of all time.
hey, it's his opinion, and you could make an argument for that. Like, I mean, again, you could talk about Outkast album. You could talk about, I mean, it's definitely in the conversation. I'm not gonna say it's not. It's
Right.
definitely in the conversation. You know,
But
Right.
keep in mind though, I'm not like a hip hop head. I don't know, like I can't
no,
go back to
Yeah,
bro.
no, no,
that
shit.
was
Nor
like,
am I.
you know what I'm
Look,
saying?
look. This is how you feel. So there is no wrong
It
answer.
ain't
This
no
is
fun.
how
I can't
you
have
feel.
no exactly,
Right.
Ain't no
exactly.
fun.
How
Yep.
you
I
feel.
mean, me personally. I mean, hey, Debo Life. I'm feel you, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I was in California when goddamn Doggy Style came out. Yeah, motherfuckers standing in line at the fucking the warehouse. Y'all mean the warehouse?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that shit. But here's the thing about that. You had at the time I was down in South Florida. Man, South Florida they were bumping goddamn Doggy Style, man. You know
right.
what I'm saying? That shit hit from one coast to the other. It wasn't just a West Coast bumping Doggy Style. You had motherfuckers down Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, where I was, bumping the hell out of Lottie Dottie. You know what I'm saying, man? To me, that album was just like,
Let, so let me ask you a question right quick, and then we'll proceed. We're talking very highly of Snoop's Doggy Style. Which one was better, Doggy Style or the Chronic?
For me, Doggy Style. I like the Chronic, but I wore out that Doggy. Like it's a couple of songs on that album. Like my wife hates, or for a while she hated 6 in the morning. Wait a minute. Do
Yeah, Gin and Juice.
Yeah, I made her hate that because I played that every day. I literally 1994. I played that every day of the like. I wore that song out. So for me, like, and sometimes it's like what album connects with you, right? There
Right,
could
for
be an
sure. Yeah,
album that
absolutely,
is
for sure,
good,
bro.
but it's what resonates with you, right? So, yeah, for me, I have to go with
Blackberry Molasses said, I wore Doggy Style. I'm a whole female. Hey,
yeah,
okay. Damn, yeah.
yeah. I mean, bro, I can remember it like it was. All right. So you remember when you because I had the CD, but I had the album, and you
Right.
remember when you put the album, the needle on the album, you hear that right,
Yeah.
and you put that on. Do, 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 do. Oh my god! Oh man! Ah, yeah. For me, it's Snoop. I don't know what y'all say. How do y'all feel
I,
about
here's my opinion. This
yeah.
is why I think Doggy Style is better than the Chronic because Doggy Style pretty much introduced the whole death row family to the world.
it? Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The Dog Pound, you know what I'm saying? And then,
Yep.
of course, you had Snoop and Dre on there. You had that serious, hardcore West Coast beat, which, like you said, the crime was more, you know what I'm saying, all funky and everything. But Doggy Style, that was serious, hardcore, death row West Coast. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
And like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's like, yeah, the crime was dope. I mean, like I said, it's like, Doggy Style, man, hit after hit after hit. It was like you wasn't no track. You just skipping over whatever. You just had to let that whole thing play out. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, man? It's like da 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 da
Yeah, the
da da da
shiznit. Yeah,
da da.
yeah, the
Yeah, you
shiznit.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like for me, it's like that was probably the best death row record ever, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Uh,
I think it was the best
I
death row
mean,
record.
I feel what y'all saying. Here's what all I'm saying is this. I think a lot of Snoop's success with Doggy Style had to do with the anticipation of it, of
Mm.
what he did from the Chronic.
Okay.
If Snoop came out of nowhere and just dropped Doggy Style without doing it on the Chronic, it wouldn't be as anticipatory. I don't
That's
even,
fair.
is that a fucking word?
That's
Well,
fair.
it is tonight, goddamn. But
Fair. Yeah.
Snoop came through with number G thing,
Mm-hmm.
Dre Day, the cameo appearance number, you know what I'm saying? But pretty much all the hits on the Chronic.
Didn't he have a song from the movie? with Lawrence Fishburne.
Deep cover.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
also had a song off that soundtrack where he killed it, and it did build anticipation. He
They
did.
a lot of people don't know that deep at the very end of Deep Cover soundtrack, Dre and Snoop had a remix called I think 187 of 187 them, and
Yeah,
Snoop on that
he snapped.
crushed it.
He snapped. He
When I
did.
tell you, he snapped, you know what I'm talking about. This
Yeah.
if no one ever heard a remix of Deep Cover, it was the very last track
Yep.
of the Dr. Dre, I mean of Deep Cover.
Yep.
Snoop snapped like a
He
motherfucker.
did. He
And
did.
then on top of that, when word got out in summer '93 that Snoop come out doggy style, this man, his face on Rolling Stone.
Hmm.
It's on the source. Everybody's anticipating it. You know what I'm saying? Dre didn't have that luxury. Dre has got to went to work.
Yes.
So I'm like, hey, like I said, there's no wrong answer. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? There's no wrong answer. But you know, it's just it's. I love both joints, bro. You if someone turn them on right now, I'm like let all both of them motherfuckers ride. To be honest with you, dog.
So
So
somebody just put down that every song on Doggy Style sound the same because it's that West Coast beat. That's all it is. Just the West Coast vibe. You see what I'm saying though? But that's why I feel it's kind of like, hey, if y'all hear some shit behind me, my bad. You know what I'm saying? But like to me, Doggy Style gave birth to the Dog Pound. You know what I'm saying? And you got Dad's Corrupt doing their thing now. That's from the Doggy Style right there. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And Michelle A doing her thing. Let's
Hmm.
Play House and all that. Then you got of course Pac come out. I just think that the Chronic was kind of like Dr. Dre telling the world that he's still around, he's still dope, he's the best producer of all time. That's who he is. He was telling everybody, look, this is me. But
Hmm.
Death Row was introduced on Doggy Style, and that's just my opinion about that.
That's fair.
ladies and gentlemen, y'all watching Debo Life and Debo Vibes '90s Ride, the initial show. We are discussing the top five '90s hip hop moments, and we got our man T Will right here. I just never. I'm reading something from my homeboy Dre, and I never thought about this. Well, for one, I did think about the whole fact that The Crying was a production masterpiece. Period.
I
Period.
agree. I agree.
But
I
like
agree.
he said, I
It's
mean,
great. It's all great. Yeah,
but
I
like
agree.
I mean, like he said right there. Would you rather listen to Dre, Snoop, or Snoop? Or I say Dre, Snoop. Would you rather listen to Dre rap or Snoop rap? You know, and as you know, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Snoop had George Clinton. Snoop, he did, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But back in the early '90s, everybody did. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Ice Cube had George Clinton on Bop Gun. You know what I'm saying? DLC, Warren G, Nate Dogg, DJ Quid. List goes on for sure, for sure. Great topic. Okay,
Hey,
number
hey,
four,
hey. So a couple of episodes down the road, man. You and me both know DJ Quick, that album back in the spring of '95.
Safe and
We'll
Sound.
talk about Safe and Sound. We'll go that and that. But we'll talk about that another time. Go ahead, man. Go ahead,
DJ Quick, Safe and Sound is probably one of the best albums of all time. And
man.
then a lot of people slept on it because a lot of people think
Yep.
about what I'm saying Quick is the name and like Tonight and everything. DJ Quick, Saving the Sound,
Safe and
production wise,
Sound. Some production. You know what I'm
production
saying?
wise
Dollars and cents. Where you like
was
just diss
and
the hell out of
was an
MC8.
unbelievable album. It's 30 years old. Me and this nigga listened to it the whole time we was in I was in Cali. He was in Arizona. And bro, you fucking brought me nigga, you brought me back with that one, bro. That's what I'm gonna say. DJ Quick, Saving the Sound. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm saying Blackberry Bell yep, Saving the Sound. She said they really did sleep on it. It was slept on. It was slept on. Good call. Number four. My number four moment of hip hop in the '90s was Pac releasing All Eyes on Me. Okay. The reason I say that is that when Pac got on death row, it. Well, there wasn't no airing it back in the day, but it blew the news up because death row was struggling. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Everybody, oh, death row ain't doing nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? They down, they ain't doing shit no more. Pac went through his legal issues, was in prison. The album before that, you know what I'm saying, that he had did, it was depressing. it wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying? It's the one that had Dear Mama on it.
Mm,
All right. It was a very dark album,
mm-hmm,
extremely dark album.
mm-hmm.
And so
I totally
when
disagree, but go ahead, man. I told
I,
that was
I,
that was authentic Pac before Death Row got a hold of him. You know
I,
what I'm saying? So
I
that before that '95, that was authentic Pac. You know what I'm saying? That was just like him. That was conscious Pac right there. That's Pac,
I,
sharing his pain, also his,
mhm.
saying success and everything. I don't know about that, man.
you enjoyed that album,
I enjoy it. So Tupac to me, I think his greatest gift is that he could take a subject and make you feel it, right?
okay,
So to Debo Life's point, when he's talking about his mama, I felt that. I felt that. I felt that. When he's talking about straight balling, I feel that, right? Two totally different subject matters, but I think his gift was he could make you feel whatever he was trying to convey. I think that is so there's probably at least one, two, or three songs on all Park albums that I can relate to, right? That's just me. So
Yeah.
now it was a different vibe when he went to
okay. I feel okay. That makes sense.
yeah.
I just thought okay. Y'all both got it right. I just thought it was dark as hell. Like when I think about you know what I'm saying being against the world, it was like this is this. I'm used to you know what I'm saying strictly for my niggas park. You know what I'm saying? I get around dancing around everything. You know what I'm saying? Loyal to the game park, loyal to the game park, and then all of a sudden we got
Latest got a baby. His
yeah
first
yeah
Latest got
exactly. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying from you know to
Right.
apocalypse, and then all of a sudden we got millions of world where you ready to get your you know what I'm saying do your thing on park, and it was very dulcet tones.
mm-hmm. But
I
that's what he
mean,
was
And you
doing.
know,
I
so
think that
you know,
sometimes, but you know what? It's like this. Sometimes it ain't about, running around dancing and stuff like that. I mean, you talk about the Lord knows, shed so many tears. That hit hard, you know what I'm saying? A lot of cats need to hear shit like that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? That's what
right,
made Pac so
right,
cool.
right.
Was that he was kind of like, all things to all people, you know what I mean?
right,
So
You know what? The best Tupac song to me,
right.
okay, to me was "Me and My Girlfriend," where he's actually talking about a 9 millimeter, but he's using it as an analogy, as a metaphor for he and his girlfriend. I just thought that was phenomenal. I thought the wordplay on that song was phenomenal, and the way he performed it. Oh, oh my
yeah,
God! That
Yeah.
yeah.
so my three favorite Pac songs, or
Mm,
four,
okay.
would definitely be "Me and My Girlfriend." All I need in a life of sin is me and my girlfriend. That one, straight balling, just because I just like it. I don't know why. I just like it. You can
Mm.
put that song today, and I'm out. I'm gonna leave y'all on this podcast right now. I'm going over here to get my boogie on.
I
Because
know, bro. I didn't know you could boogie, dog.
hey, gangsters don't dance, they boogie. I'm just kidding.
Okay, all
So
right, all right.
I'm
Okay,
just
all
kidding.
right,
I'm just kidding.
all
I'm just
right.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Uh, and then so the other one is "Dear Mama," right? Because that song made me think about my mama. Like I connected with that. I felt that. And then there was another one, "Off the Beaten Path." Was it "Confessions of a Rider"?
Oh shit. Oh my dude. Let me tell you something. That goes back to Pac
Yeah,
and All Eyes on Me. I believe it was the first ever rap double CD.
yeah,
It was, and the first song on there, the you press play on that big ass CD player that we had.
yeah.
I won't deny it. I'm a fucking rider. You don't
You
want to
don't want
fuck
to mess
with me.
with me.
And all
Yeah,
of a sudden, it rides, and the whole CD was is. And on top of that, another thing that a lot of people don't know that nigga Dash produced most of that damn album. Y'all know
Daz is
that?
very talented.
Yeah,
Daz is incredibly talented and corrupt. Both talented.
yeah.
Both
Yeah.
talented.
So you look at, but going back to my original statement, Death Row was like, they're kind of slipping. Here comes Pac. He get,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Pac comes out of jail. Sugar like, we gotta get him on. We gotta get him on. Let's get him on. Let's get him
Mm-hmm.
on. They get him on out of nowhere. And I remember I was with this nigga. California Love comes out.
California Love. Oh my God, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, California Love. It was over, yo.
It was a wrap.
It was a wrap. Yup.
Me and this nigga, we chilling, you know what I'm saying, in his studio part. I just moved from Florida to back to the West Coast to Arizona. Happy as hell. We chilling. We watching MTV because really is all you had back in the day was MTV and BET.
Yep. Yep.
They said we're gonna premiere this. Dre, Dr. Dre and Tupac. I saw the video. Oh shit! Oh god damn! That video that they did, and then we found out he come out of a double CD, bro.
They did, the video was based on Mad Max Thunderdome, right?
Right, Mad Max Thunderdome. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what I'm
The
saying?
first, I mean, California Love. I remember his first spit. I don't bail fresh out of jail. California Dreaming.
California
He just
Dreaming.
started snapping, snapping.
Oh, you know what else I love? You know what I forgot? I got him in there. To Live and Die in L.A. Ah,
Oh man.
oh,
Machiavelli
man.
was tight, man.
Machiavelli.
Was tight.
in L.A.
Machiavelli. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But to Live and Die in L.A. That I gotta put that on my list, man. You
And-
just made me think about that.
And the great thing about it is, man, Pac had all those guests on it, man. Not just from Death Row. He had some East Coast fools on there
Yeah,
too.
Red Man, Method Man.
Red and Meth was on there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And the double CD, both CDs were equal. You know what I'm saying? How do you want it? You know what I'm saying? And then Josie was there. You know what I'm saying? How do you want it? So it's the whole double CD was a vibe, man. And that's why I think it was that CD coming out because of circumstances. One, Death Row was they was on they weren't hitting like they were. Suge said, "Let me bring this dude up in here," and then they came out with that. They came out with that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, Pac and Dre didn't get along, which is crazy as hell. But it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's my number 4 right there. So my number 3 moment of hip hop, as we proceed with the Debo Life and Debo Vibes 90s ride. Guest T Will in the building. My number 3 moment was the death of Biggie
Yeah.
when Biggie passed away.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Here's the thing about it, and I want to illustrate. Okay. This nigga
Tell the
knows.
truth, man. Say tell.
Okay,
tell
all
the
right.
truth,
Here's the
man.
deal. This happened during the whole East Coast West Coast thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pac had died probably like 6 months prior to Biggie.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
and when with Pac being gone, and okay, back in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
when the whole East Coast West Coast thing was so deep
Mm-hmm.
and so there was so much tension. Word came across Biggie got shot in LA. I think I heard it. I don't know how I heard it. I think more than likely I heard it on the goddamn on the radio. And me and this nigga, we living together in Mesa, Arizona. It's had to be about 7 o'clock in the morning. I banged on this nigga's door.
It was a Sunday morning. I remember that shit.
It was a Sunday morning,
Yeah.
and I opened the door up, and I said, "We got him again." They're very immature mind. I was only what we like 21 at the time. Very immature mind.
Yeah.
I said, "We got him. We got him. Wake up, nigga. We got him." He said, "They got him." He was like, "What the fuck you talking about?" I said, "Biggie got shot last night, nigga. He gone. He dead. West Side, nigga. We got his ass." This nigga said, "What? Biggie got shot?" I said, "Yeah, Biggie gone." We in the West Coast.
Yeah.
All right. That whole day, you had people. Well, I'm not going to talk about other locations.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is where we were in the western portion of the United States. There was a celebration,
Mm-hmm.
and you had people barbecuing, all kind of stuff. And it looking back at it now, it's like, yeah. But that's how life was for I can't speak of what happened on the East Coast, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When Pac died. But when Biggie passed away, there was a huge influence, a celebratory madness going on because we felt like, okay, they got Pac. When I say they, the West, the East Coast, they
Mm-hmm.
got Pac. We got Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the illustration could be anything further from the truth, as
Mm-hmm.
we know now.
Mm-hmm.
But going back then, we was like, not only did we get Biggie, we got Bad Boy, and it was crazy as hell. Blackberry announced the whole world. Let's see, the world as a whole was sad. Biggie died. It was chaos in New York. West Coast cheer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this nigga was. What you remember that night? I mean, that morning, bro. Yeah,
All day, man. We just throwing the dub up.
it
Yeah.
was.
And that
Yeah,
shit, it makes me sick to my stomach thinking about that
absolutely.
shit.
Now, yeah, bro. Now it's like, bro. Now looking
Right.
back at it, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It makes me sick to my fucking stomach. But like you said, and wasn't no internet, so we don't know what the fuck going on in New York, East Side. They don't know what the fuck going on the West Coast. We going by radio. We going by hearsay. We going by source magazines. They talking shit about West Coast. We talking shit about them. It just bubbled up and shit, man. And it's just, that shit was just crazy, man. That was a dark time of hip hop right
it was
there
a very
because
dark time, dude.
you
And the
got
thing,
two niggas that loved like Pac and Big loved each other at first.
absolutely,
They loved each other, man. I mean, you remember y'all seen the video of Snoop and Big and Pac rapping out in L.A.
yeah.
They had a concert rapping.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that shit. Like I said, '90s had its good moments and bad moments, man, and that shit was just
And the thing, yeah, that was crazy,
crazy.
bro. Because the thing about it is, man, dude, he had just dropped Life After Death,
It sure
Right.
did. Mo money,
and
no problems. Mo
And
yeah,
money,
one
no
was I'm going back
problems.
to Cali. Remember that? I'm
yeah,
going back
going
to
back to
Cali.
Cali. So he was giving love to dog, man.
Yeah.
Even in his first album, dog, he was, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what I'm saying, giving love to Snoop Dogg's beats and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we didn't see that because we were so fixated on this whole East Coast West Coast thing, man. Let's go to the request line right quick. Uncle Steve lounging. Uncle Steve, what's going on?
Steve,
Thank
what's
you so
going
much for coming
on?
by. So Uncle Steve said, "My guys, good to see you two together. Well, us three together. To me, America's Most Wanted is the most underrated rap album of all time. Q plus a Bomb Squad production equals magic. Definitely top five for me.
Mm-hmm.
America's Most Here's the only problem, Steve, and then man, Steve, hope you stay on for the my next two. To put America's Most Wanted on, which by the way, when Cube left NWA and dropped America's Most Wanted, and then the other joints he had, it was you could tell it was authentic,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the biggest middle finger to the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And Cube said, "Y'all about to feel the fuck out of me."
Right.
And it was crazy, but yeah, Uncle Steve, I feel you on that, and I was thinking about that one, bro. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, Blackberry Miller, the crazy thing. Pac loved New York. Man, Pac loved New York.
He's
So
He's
from
from
there.
there.
He's from
you
there.
you
He's from
you
there.
know
Shit.
you know he went to Juilliard, right?
What now? What is that?
That's a performing arts school.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't know the
That's
name of it.
that's
Yeah, I know he went to Juilliard, and then he moved. Wasn't he in Baltimore for a second? Then his family moved to
Yeah,
the
that's
Bay
how the whole
Area.
Park Jada thing started.
yeah, but my thing is you can't be an idiot and get they don't just let anybody into Juilliard.
Yeah, he was a genius, man. Yeah, he
They,
was
they don't they
smart
don't
as
just
all get
let
out.
anybody into Juilliard. They don't. They don't. They
Yeah,
don't. So it's interesting when you because you hear so many things about him, right? But the one thing I've heard is that the Tupac that most of us know was was
Wasn't him.
was not him. Was not him.
yeah. A
Not
lot
him.
of people said that like the
Not
Tupac
him.
like West Side. What's it? They were like
That
that is
was
not Tupac Shakur that
that's
you
the
see.
character. That's right. Right. And that's it's interesting, right? It's he just, I don't know. Tupac's a very interesting personality to me because just again when you hear about his beginnings and his life and the fact that he even made it to Juilliard, which what was at one time the number one performing arts school in the world. I don't know if it is. I went to a performing arts high school, so I know a lot of this stuff. But Juilliard is like, that's where the creme de la creme go. You don't just get into that, right? So to
Right.
get into that and then get into the rap game and do a total 180, right? It's a very interesting guy, man. I also heard a rumor that Michael Jackson once checked Tupac about, because he was dating Quincy Jones' daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a rumor, because the rumor is that Mike away from the camera, Mike West Coast, right? Mike had a little bit of that thug in him, because supposedly he checked Tupac. I know it's hard to believe.
No.
I know it's
No.
hard to believe.
T Will. No. I heard a story, and I got a theory behind that, and I know you're totally right. And I know that Mike had a little thug in him. And like I know we getting way off track right now, but my question to y'all remember all these damn videos Michael Jackson did? It was game related.
No.
Beat it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Okay, that was game related. What's the
Bad.
other?
Yeah.
What's the other one he had on the Bad album?
Bad.
Yeah,
The first one with Wesley Snipes in the video, right?
right. He had another video that had he did several videos.
And then Smooth
That was
Criminal.
that was game related.
Yeah.
So no, but no, I totally believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, no, there's a rumor that he went off on Tupac, because I think Tupac was going off on Khadija. Is that her name? Khadija?
He was then Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Khadija. Yeah.
He was going off on her, and Mike was like, "Hold up, bro." So I don't know. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that from several people,
That's good.
not just one person, right? Which is funny if you think about it. Can you imagine?
That's where I left right now.
I'm gonna whoop your ass. Can you imagine, like, with just that voice?
You know what I'm saying? Park, back off, cuz. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But again, the thing about Biggie dying, once the smoke cleared and everything, after you think about it, dude was a lyrical genius. And it cannot be denied, because even on the West Coast, we were bumping Life After Death. You know what I'm saying? Like that double CD he had. Masterpiece, man. So that was another that was the Death of Biggie. That was my number 3. And my number 2, conversely speaking, was the Death of Pac.
Mm-hmm.
That's my number 2 moment of the 1990s right there, for hip hop is concerned. Happened in Vegas. Pac got into a brawl. Get shot. And I remember the whole thing about it was people were like, who did it? What's going on? And that picture surfaced with him and Suge in the car. And everybody's like, how did Pac get shot so many times that Suge didn't get shot at one time?
Mm-hmm.
And so they thinking Suge did. And the conspiracy theories and this and the other. Speaking of conspiracy theories, he passes away in our home city, me and Deboe Lyfe, Las Vegas. And then when news came out that he passed away, it's like, man, he didn't pass away. He parked, man. Ain't no way he passed away. He had passed away. And then, of course, you know what I'm saying, the rumors are, oh, he's still alive. He's somewhere in Puerto Rico or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you realize that once he gets shot and he dies, there was a certain amount of tension growing in the West Coast. Because what happens is this, and Deboe Lyfe remembers it. When Pac gets shot, it wasn't even a month afterwards that Puff and Mace coming out song "Can't Nobody Hold Me Down,"
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden, when Pac passes away, Big Boy dropping all these damn hits and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So now we pissed the fuck off, like, oh, now y'all want to talk. Now Pac's gone
Right.
again.
Bad Boy.
Yeah, Bad Boy.
I
Yeah,
don't want people thinking Big Boy out there dropping hits about
Bad Boy. Excuse me. Yeah, Bad Boy. Bad Boy.
Right.
So that's another thing right there. And that's what like fueled the fire right there. So I think, you know what I'm saying, Pac getting murdered, that's what fueled it right there. And everybody thought that the East Coast had something to do with it when they didn't. They had nothing to do with it. But with everything going on with the whole East Coast West Coast thing, we were like, hell no, man. So this shit crazy as fuck right there. You know what I'm saying? So Pac passing away, man. That's one. That's my number two right there. Y'all remember when Pac passed? Well, of course, that's a dumbass fucking question.
Mhm.
When Pac passed away, what was y'all reaction to it, man?
I, I was shocked for both of them. I remember when Pac passed away, I was working, ironically, at a cable company, and it was at night. And I just remember a guy that I worked with. I think first name started with a K, but he came out. He was like, "Tupac is dead." He was in shock.
Right.
He was in shock. Like it just, you know what I mean. And it was real quiet. You know, nobody talked that night. And then I think when Biggie died, I was in the mall and I heard it on the radio.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God. And you know, again, I'm in Georgia, so I don't have a dog in the fight. Um, I like them both. It's unfortunate. And I think they were both used. I think they were both used, and I think certain things I'm not going to speak on, but a lot of people profited off there. If you look at who profited, you can pretty much write the story. If you look at who profited and who ascended and who blew up, there you go. And I'm not going to say anything else, but it's sad. They were both truly talented. I've been in love with hip hop for a while, man. I've been in love with hip hop since early 80s. And you're really talking about the golden age then, and it's unfortunate that these two geniuses and just extremely talented individuals just had to go and pay the price, and it really wasn't even about them. What wasn't even about young, both of them
Very, very young.
young, and it's just it's unfortunate,
And
but
you know what? I just thought about something was even crazier. His last year on this earth, he dropped All Eyes on Me. He dropped
mhm,
Machiavelli. He's
mhm.
out there, and then just like that,
Yeah.
just like that, he's gone, man. So that's my number two. My number one hip hop moment of the 1990s is it's been we talked about it several times, but it was so much of a part of hip hop in the 90s, in the early 90s, well, in mid 90s, that took a toll on the entire industry. Was the entire my number one moment was East Coast versus West Coast.
Yeah, yeah, man.
East Coast
It got
versus
out of
West
hand.
Coast.
It got out of hand. It really did get out
It
of hand.
got way out of hand, man. And the thing about it is that there are three components to that: Bad Boy versus Death Row,
Mm-hmm.
Puff versus Suge Knight,
Mm-hmm.
and Pac versus Biggie.
Yeah.
All of that right there in our mind, it was like, okay, yeah, it's going down. You literally had people on the west. Like, again, me and this nigga, we grew up on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
To go to the East Coast was a no.
Mm-hmm.
We're not even thinking about that East Coast because what was the information that's being generated to us? We're like, man, East Coast full of a bunch of chumps, and you know what I'm saying we don't want them. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's been relayed to us through the music of West Coast people. You know what I mean? So when you look at what happened with the East Coast West Coast thing, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm talking about? Even when you know what I'm saying, Death Row, you know what I'm saying, went to the Source Awards. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Should going up there. If y'all want to go to a record label with a producer ain't sitting there acting all pretty, dancing, coming to Death Row, talking about Puff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Now they both locked up.
Bro. Bro. Yeah. In a major way. You got Snoop going out there. Going to what's up, New York? Y'all know we don't like it. We know y'all don't like us. We know y'all don't like us and everything. You know what I'm saying? West Side Connection coming out. You know what I'm saying? Doing a little skill on New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that was the East Coast West Coast thing was such a pivotal part
Mm-hmm.
of 90s hip hop. Yeah. Yeah. Blackburn Molasses. It got way out of hand, especially in Source Awards
But you know
94,
what?
95.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it
here's the
did.
thing about that. Here's the thing about that. A lot of people don't know this. and I wish I would have known about it. But again, no internet. We don't know what's going on in the East Coast. They don't know what's going on in the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So Snoop Dogg goes on Hot 97, which was like the powerhouse of hip hop
In
For
radio
New
back.
York.
sure, for sure. In New York, yes,
And
sir.
he
With
had an
what's her
interview with
name?
Angie
Angie
Martinez.
Martinez.
And
Yeah.
he said, "Yo, I love Big. I want to work with him."
Mm-hmm.
This is prior to Pac even getting killed, man. And
Mm-hmm.
had I heard some shit like that, or had I have known, I'd be like, you know what? We can come together.
Hmm.
We can
Yeah,
come
that's what I'm talking
together.
about. Doing
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? After a while, dog. After a while, after a while, you start thinking about shit like, how come we can't just come together?
Right. And the thing I remember what Snoop always said, you can't say the West with the ES. East
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
side, you know what I'm saying? So I know he was talking probably about, East Long Beach, whatever, but on the overall picture, music is music. But yeah, he said, I love Big. I
Mm-hmm.
want to work with him and Puff. He
Mm-hmm.
said that shit over the airways in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, but people didn't want to talk about that because that's not fueling the fire like people wanted to fuel the fire, you know what I'm saying? So it's sad, yo. It really is. It is.
A whole lot of folk got rich off that, and
Yup.
I,
Shit, yeah, you ain't lying, bro. You
I'm
are not lying.
I'm gonna leave it right there. But a lot of them are. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. But yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Number one moment.
Yeah, so
You mind if I go? Because I probably got to drop. So I'm gonna
yeah, for
drop.
sure. You already know, bro. Yeah, man. Like that, man. Hey, first of all, man, T Will, man, thank you so much for coming on, bro. We definitely
Oh, of
appreciate it, man.
course.
And before you dip out, man, please let us know where everybody can find you, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that, but let me give you my top five list. So,
Okay.
obviously you said Biggie and Tupac. I'm gonna use some other ones just because you said that.
Okay.
Normally that would have been on my list, but I'm gonna use some other ones just because you said that. Number five for me would be the release of Public Enemy's "Fight the Power," specifically with the movie. Golly, what's that? "Do the Right Thing," where wrote "Fight the Power."
No,
Really?
I thought they came out '88.
No, that was wait, was that 88?
That was way the '80s. Yeah.
88? Damn, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, you might be right. Okay, well, never mind. Strike that one. I'll go with Wu-Tang Clan
Oh
because
wow. Okay.
they came out and just
Cream. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
METHOD man,
Yeah. Man. Method
METHOD
Man. Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Wu Tang. Okay.
Yeah,
um,
SINY, Staten Island, New York, man.
yeah, man, yeah. Um, then I gotta say Outcast, man. Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music. We want
Hey
to
Let me
get
man.
take let me take you on a funky ride,
Hey, we
boy.
want to get
Hey, I'm glad you said. I'm glad you said that shit. We were bumping a cast in
yeah,
Cali. You know what I'm saying? And if
yeah.
y'all remember, man, back when Cast got started, they were getting booed everywhere. And Rico Wade, you know what I'm saying, organized no, he was like,
R.I.P. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Rick, the great Rico Wade, man. He was like, where can we, you know what I'm saying, blow up? He
Yeah.
reached out to KMEL, Bay Area, California. They
Mm-hmm,
start playing players ball.
mm-hmm,
After that, everybody got onto it. You know what I'm saying? Rico Ray reached out to who is it, man? That Bay Area, man. I want to say
Wow.
Souls of Mischief. Souls of Mischief.
mm-hmm.
They the ones saying 93 till, and they start playing it, and all of a sudden it just blew up. So yeah, on the West Coast, we are bumping Cats in a major way. Nigga,
Yeah.
Funky Ride, hey, Crumbling, hey, two things we were bumping the hell out of. Crumbling Herb, I mean it's West Coast. Funky Ride and Players Ball. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, man, Southern plays of Cadillac funky music. Yeah, absolutely. I feel you on that.
Gotta do that. And let me see. Nas Illmatic.
Okay.
You can't forget that. Um, hey, I hate to do it to you, Debo, but Will Smith "Summertime." I
Uh,
was,
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I was
let me
big.
You
bite.
gotta be fucking kidding me.
I was
That's
big.
one of the best moments of 90s hip hop.
What for me?
You,
Yeah,
no,
this
you
is my list.
okay.
This is my list. This is my list. Okay. And look, the only reason I'm saying that Wusa is because you've already covered everything, right? So I don't want to come behind you and be repetitive. If it was just me, I probably would have listed your top three, right? But that'd be boring if we all said the same thing. So I'm just going along with it, right? I'm just going along with it. And then for me, my number one 90s moment in hip hop, golly, so many, man. So many, so many, so many. Um, damn.
I
Mm.
tell you, man, there's a lot.
For honestly, for me, I gotta go with I gotta go with Snoop's album, man. I like I just when I
I'm
think
not mad. Hey, bro, like I
that,
said,
that that's when
Snoop
I
Dogg's dog. Now, one thing I will say is this. One thing I will say is this. You want? Can y'all name a more epic drop than someone's first album to their second album? You got Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style,
okay.
right?
And you got the Dog
The
Father,
Dog Father,
which
which was
sucks.
horrible, horrific.
Mm.
One of the worst second albums. And I'm telling y'all. I mean, this nigga know when Dogfather came out, we was like, hell, just get him. He about to do his thing again. But we remember Dre was not producing. He had left. He's, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He started Aftermath,
yeah,
and it showed. Boy, did it ever showed.
yeah.
You
I
want to talk?
mean,
You want to talk about a fall from grace? Snoop Doggy Style to
yeah,
just 3 years later, Dogfather, bro.
yeah.
But the answer, hey, but like you said, bro, you know, hey, I feel you.
For me, worst drop off would probably be, and you might not remember this group, but they're called they were in the 80s. And I think they might have had one or two in that, but it was UTFO.
Didn't they
They came
sing
out with the song
They say
The Real Roxanne, right?
right, right.
So their first album, great. That second album, oh my God. Oh my God. It was garbage. It was hot garbage. So that's what I think of when I think of that. But yeah, man, I gotta roll. Hey, Debo Life, man, good meeting you. Appreciate it. Hey, look forward to seeing you again, man.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hey man, much success, and I hope you have a great week. Appreciate it, man. Just appreciate spending this time with you, man, and reminiscing. Debo vibes, man, my guy, my friend. You know how I
Yes,
feel
sir.
about you, brother. Hey, you can find me at For My ATL Sports One on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe. Hey, we talk sports, all ATL sports. We talk NFL football. We talk a little movies, and we talk a little TV shows, and hey, we just mix it up. As a matter of fact, me and Debo got a show tomorrow. So, hey,
Yes,
man,
sir. Yeah,
y'all be
yeah.
good.
For my ATL Sports One
Yep,
on YouTube, and
yep,
check us out, man. You already know, man. T
yeah.
Will, man. Hey, I can't thank you enough, man. You know what I'm saying? Was already understood need not be said. So thank you, bro.
That's right. And guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video if you will. And if you've not subscribed to Debo's channel, please do so. So it will allow you to, receive more content just like this, man. Look, I think you guys got a great idea. I can't wait for what's in store next week. I've told my friends about it. I'm gonna tell some more
Well, I'm gonna
about
tell
it.
you right now. Next week we're gonna talk about the top 5 moments of R&B, and I'm gonna drink a 40 ounce.
Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Well, hey man, y'all be good. Appreciate y'all, fellas. Thank
All
you for
right,
having me.
man. Yes,
Goodbye,
sir.
everybody.
Hey, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. Man, my man T Will, bro. You know what I'm saying, man. But what you think about this hip hop list that we did, man? What do you think about the 90s hip hop overall before we wrap things up and man take it on in, bro?
Man, like I said, you got the good and the bad, but one thing that cannot be debated that 90's hip hop is eternal. It ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got these kids now biting off of, stuff from the 90's, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it ain't going nowhere, man. It feels good talking about, when, when, what I'm saying, hip hop was hip hop. I mean, this shit nowadays is like it is what it is with these kids, but one thing I didn't mention is like, hip hop artists in the 80s and 90's, they had to grind.
For
And those,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, like
Yeah, for sure.
Biggie, he's all over Brooklyn, getting to rap battles all over New York City. That's how he got his name out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like now all you gotta do is do a TikTok video or whatever, and you a hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, man, love to cats, from the '90s when it came to hip hop, straight from the streets, just grinding, man, running around. You know what I'm saying? Like with tapes in the back of the cars and shit in the trunk, selling tapes in the trunk of the car and shit. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, a DJ Screw back in down in Houston, you know what I'm saying? Just
Screwed
had
up
tapes in the
Texas, boy. Man, yeah,
yeah,
them
you
great
know what I'm
Maxwell
saying?
tapes, fool.
Cats was grinding back in the day, man. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm more of an R&B cat, but I can't wait for next week. And I got a question. You ain't gotta answer it now. We'll keep the viewers waiting. The question is this:
Okay.
SWV or In Vogue? Period. Think about that shit.
I'll think about it.
That's
And
the
we'll,
debate
hey,
right
hey,
there.
I'll think about it. We'll reconvene next week, man. But, bruh, you already know what the deal is, man. This shit was fun as hell, man.
Yeah.
But before we go, man, I'm just going to say this, man. Shout out to anybody watch this, our old school mates from Chaparral High School. Chaparral High School, the
Let me tell
flyest
you
high
something,
school of the
man.
1990s.
Chaparral
Fuck
High
L, no, hold on,
can't be
fuck
fucked
L
with.
Dog, fuck Rancho, fuck Western, fuck Clark, fuck Bonanza. They ain't got Valley, y'all. Can't nobody touch Chaparral High School in the late '80s,
It's
early '90s.
the
Chaparral High
best.
School, East Las Vegas, Nevada, made us who we are right here. Shap Dog
Right.
all day, man. What you guys say about that?
Man, let me tell you something. Back in the day, that's when Vegas only had 10 high schools, five on the east side, five on the west side. So
No,
now
we
they got
had
down.
we had 9 high schools and Votech. So I guess Votech was technically a high
Oh,
school. I
yeah,
guess.
Votech on the hill. On the hill,
Votech on the
yeah.
hill, boy. Votech on the hill,
Man,
goddamn.
we got this one show. We just got to just talk about Vegas like the whole hour, man. Las Vegas was just like a special place. Now it's a huge ass
It is a
megalopolis with
it's
the
a yeah, it's a
Raiders and the
metropolitan now,
A's
bro. Yeah, like the
and Golden
Vegas.
Knights. Hey, back when we was in Vegas, Vegas was a small little town, man. I miss those days out in the valley.
Vegas
You
was
know what I'm
small.
saying?
Motherfuckers don't know, man. Growing up, Vegas was small as shit. Everybody knew everybody.
But it was fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like back in the day, East Las Vegas. That was like the bougie part of Vegas. You know what I'm saying, man? That was the suburbs. You know what I mean? And I
Shit, it
could go
wasn't.
all day talking about
It,
Shap Dog.
wasn't-
You know
I'll
what I'm
tell you something.
saying?
It wasn't bougie for us.
Hey, man, love the Shap. Yeah, you right, you right. But hey, we was north of Hacienda, in
Yeah,
Gabushik and south of
man. South
Hacienda,
House
around
is
Russell
right,
Road and
man. Yeah,
shit.
man. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
let me tell you something, man.
We was
Shap
on
Dog,
Tropicana
man.
and Nell side. We was on Tropicana and Nell side of things, man.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Shap Dog, that's all I can say. Chaparral
Chef
High,
dog,
Chaparral
man.
Cowboys. Man, that's when we got our swag. We came in that motherfucker, man, as scared little boys. We left Shap Dog as like some young men with some swag and some
That's 93,
confidence.
class of 9 Trey. What?
Man, let me tell y'all something, man. Ain't nothing like Chaparral High School, man. That's the joint right there for real. Man, I love
Man,
the Chaparral High.
man, Chef dog. I went there last year, man, when I visited Vegas, bro. They made some changes, but it's still Chef dog, man. And the memories and everybody, what I'm saying, who grew up in Vegas, late 80s, early 90s. I know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I know I said, what I'm saying, oh fuck Eldorado. Man, growing up in city Las Vegas was probably one of the best experiences ever because it was small and the 90s. A lot of people won't know, man. Vegas had some serious vibe in the 90s, man. As far as like the culture and everything, bro. But yeah, man, it was something else. But hey, man, SWV or Invo, let me marinate on my mind, and we'll talk about it next week and how that sound, man.
And how the fuck did Johnny Gill make a hit and all he's saying is ma for 3 minutes or 4 minutes? That's that 90s
Growling.
R&B.
All Johnny did was growl. Burning your lead, high heels. Bad person.
Rub you the right
Right,
way.
right. My thing is this, man. That female's more scared of that motherfucker the way. Rub you the right. Let me try that shit
Man.
right now.
Hey, John Gill, he was an aggressive nigga, you know.
Yeah, aggressive, boy. Aggressive. Aggressive,
Yeah.
man. Hey, man. Hey, you already know what the deal is, man. Hey, you already know what the deal is, man. I want to thank everybody who watched, and we're gonna do it again. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it again.
That's
Blackberry
right.
molasses. Thank you so much. Thank everybody who tuned in. And much love to, I'm saying, T Will. Please go to for my ATL Sports One, for the number four, my ATL Sports One, the number one on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel. I'm on there 3 times a week. We talk ATL sports and everything, man. And we're gonna do it again, y'all. We're gonna do it again. We're
Yes,
gonna do it
sir.
again. You know what I'm saying? Terry
Hey,
Wilson
man, this
saying,
hour
hey,
58 went by quick as
hey.
fuck.
Oh, hold up. Look at Terry Wilson. Talking about John Gill. He scared them to liking them. It's like, Rob, you are right, man. Bitch, you better love him.
Oh man, yeah, man, he was on some shit, boy. Aggressive ass nigga. He from DC, so that's how they do it down there, man.
For sure, for sure. Hey, man, we're gonna do it again next week. Next week it's not gonna be 7:30. We'll probably do 6:30 because you know what I'm saying. Debo Life is in Boston. The Boston area gets a little darker there. You know what I'm saying. So we want to make sure that we can fully appreciate that beautiful beer that you got. By the way,
Thank you very much.
it's
Your beer is your,
outstanding
your
beer,
beer is
man.
amazing as well, my
Unbelievable
brother.
beer, man.
I
Unbelievable
try,
beer.
I try, I try. You know what
I'm
I'm
trying to be
saying?
like you, man. When I grow up, man.
Don't hurt yourself, boy.
Man, okay, my bad. We'll do. We'll do. All right, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. Do me a big favor, if you could, go to my YouTube channel, Debo Vibes, hit a subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Helps me out with the algorithm and everything. We will be on Facebook Live again next week, talking about the 1990s R&B and Debo Life. You know what I'm saying? Just said SWV on In Vogue. Let's talk about it, y'all.
To me, it's
Let's
not
talk
clear,
about
but
it.
we're gonna marinate on that. It's
We're
not
gonna
even
we're gonna,
close.
we're gonna marinate for about a week or so. And your boy might come through with a 40 ounce. We'll see. We talking about the 90s. I ain't guarantee I'm gonna drink the whole thing because I like living. I
You
got
drinking?
insurance, yeah.
Hey, hold up! You gonna drink St. Odds?
Oh man, come on.
Don't do
We
that, man. Don't do
you know,
that.
I
You
mean
you
I
you
ain't
you ain't gonna see your son turn 19 if you do that
yeah,
shit.
man. If I do say now, it will definitely most definitely be the last episode that we do, y'all. Followed by a quick a bit, yeah, yeah. Your boy ain't doing it, man. Thank y'all for coming by to see me and my twin brother, Twin Phase. You're 50. We turned 50 this year. That's why we do this episode. That's why we do this right here to show the whole world what's going on with us. And I'm loving, man. Great first episode, man. Let's keep doing it, man. And shout out to everybody far and wide who watched this. And let's do it again next week. We love y'all. Take care. Have a great day. Peace.